Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm in Cape Town for a few days and I thought I'd go past Ducati and have a test ride on something I've always wanted to do, which is the Supersport S. I'll do a quick stop when I make my U-turn just to give you a quick look on the bike, but yeah, this is an exciting experience for me. I've always wanted to ride Ducati. It's my first Ducati I've ever ridden, and it's a Supersport, which is very similar to my bike, so you know, this might be something I'm looking to get. These are first impressions. I'm not going to be doing a full review, but oh, there's that V-twin rumble. Okay, I'm currently in the urban mode, which is the lowest setting. These mirrors are not terrible. I don't know, they need to be adjusted, but I can get around to it. It really vibrates quite a bit, but it gets very smooth at that 2,500–3,000 rev mark. Whoa, hello. Okay, it definitely wakes up at about 6. Woo! Okay, so quickly, this is the Supersport S model, which means it has the Öhlins forks. The white paint job is only available in the S, although you can get it in red if you'd like. And then it also has the quick shifter and auto blipper as standard. If you want, you can put a quick shifter onto the standard Supersport, but you can't put the auto blipper on even if you wanted to. Oh wow, this is fun. Oh. I see what people mean by this character in a Ducati, you know? You learn to love them. Oh, yes. So you'll probably notice I'm not always using the quick shifter on this bike, and that's just because I've learned with the quick shifters and bikes, you got to really be on the power to do it right, otherwise you might end up with a false neutral or something. So on these courses of that, especially with my BMW S1000R test rides where I kept going into a false neutral when I was kicking up without a lot of power. The seat is quite stiff. I probably want something a little bit softer for long rides, but it's not terrible in any way. There's a lot of heat on my leg, my thigh specifically. Can I adjust this mirror? I mean, that's a bit better. There we go, that's better. I'm struggling to get into neutral. Oh no, I had it and then it just, nope. Come on. Nope. There we go. Whew, neutral. Who knew that would be my issue today, is trying to get into neutral. It's got 113 horsepower, but the torque is like, what was it? 90 something Newton meters of torque. So it's quite a bit of torque. And my thighs are starting to cook because there's an exhaust right there. Huh. All those stories about Ducatis. Okay, we're staying on 95 degrees, so it's, you know, around town riding. I'm not going that fast. Hopefully when I get onto a bit of an open road, it's better. And Ducati has increased their service intervals. So they say every 15,000 kilometers is your regular service, which is a bit long. Most people would probably just do the service every 8 or 10, just for that peace of mind. But then the Desmo service is every 30,000 Ks or 5 years, whichever comes first, because that's when the belts and everything start to deteriorate, and you got to do your valve timing and everything. So that's your expensive one, but 30,000 Ks is a fair bit of riding, so you know, just budget, save up a little bit beforehand, and shouldn't be a problem. It's definitely a fun bike to ride. Very light, very nimble, short wheelbase. Well, at least I get to try it around town as a commuter, so it gives me an idea of what it feels like. Oh, I'm not used to these tight corners around Cape Town because I'm from Joburg and we don't really have this. We have these wide open roads, not these tight mountain roads. Whoa. Bike feels very stable though with all my bouncing. Definitely feels good in the corners, which is where this bike is designed to be the most, I think. Yep, I need to cool her off a bit. Okay, so the quick shifter works quite well even at low revs, it seems. Very nice. And there's the view, guys. What do you think? Better than Joburg? Okay, brake check and they are good. Nope, okay, and then I'm going to use this selector to get to sport. I'm going to hold it in, and then I'm going to close the throttle for a sec, and then I'm in sports mode, which is much more tactile. I can feel it a lot more at the lower revs. Wow, okay, that's actually quite a difference. Whoa, okay. Oh, this is not the right place for that. No, sir. This is second gear corners here. It definitely has some pull on it. That's the torque. It's fighting me. So price wise, this bike is sitting at 200,000 Rand. That's for the white version. I think the red one is a bit cheaper by about 5,000 Rand or so. Nope, that's plenty for me. Oh wow. Let's see what it feels like in 6th. It's very vibey in 6th. Definitely got plenty of torque. The wrist pain kind of disappears when you're not in traffic. I was also on a lot of downhills, so you know, extra weight on the wrist. The bars are very thin, the grips. There's a bit of vibration down low, but it disappears when you start revving. So you find a nice spot to pull over, and I can give you a look around of the bike. Where am I going to put it? Let's do it with the view. And neutral. Okay, there we go. Neutral problem solved. So we just put her on her side here. Okay. Whew. So guys, this is the Ducati Supersport S in Cape Town. I'm riding her. This is one of my dreams, is to ride a Ducati in Cape Town. Here I am. If you've seen my video of the S1000R and the MT10, we'll just gloss over. But if you've seen my S1000R video, you know that I'm in love with that bike. Especially the 2017, which has the blipper up and down. Looks wise, I think it's great. Handles well, heat's not bad, comfort, all that kind of stuff. The Ducati is more of a compromise. Doesn't have as much power, although the torque at the low speeds I was doing felt very similar to the S1000R. So it's got that low down torque, which is, as far as I can tell from Cape Town, what you really need, because you got these twisty corners, low speed. You don't know the high speed stuff, so could be a very Cape Town bike. I'm always a man looking for a deal, so if I found a Ducati Supersport at a good price, I'd probably take it over an S1000R anyways. But this bike is priced at 200,000 Rand. The S1000R brand new is 207, so call them the same, 200,000 Rand. Let's talk pros and cons. Pros: the engine, the styling. Some people say they don't like it. I really do. It's a beautiful bike overall. Single-sided swing arm just finishes any Ducati. This is the optional tail cowl. Apologize for the dirt. This is Cape Town. There's water restrictions, can't wash bikes, but tail cowl really finishes it off. I don't know if I'd go for the white or the red. Red is just this very Ducati color to me, but the white really stands out. You got indicators in the mirrors, and then you got these big ones in the back, but it doesn't even look that bad. Now, because it's not a very pointy back, I wouldn't even be phased about the whole tail tidy, but you know, there's just not much room. But yeah, a little plate, tail tidy it up. Could be good. Exhaust, you've heard it's not the loudest bike you've ever heard, but for a stock bike it's quite good. I would probably put an exhaust system on it, and because of the fact that the catalytic converter, as I can see, yeah, it's stuck on the pipe. You if you change one, you change it all. Yeah, so an exhaust system for this bike, I think it's Termignoni that does them still. So it's probably gonna be a little pricey, but it does come with the map and everything, so you don't have to worry about getting it ECU flashed afterwards. It comes with a custom map from Termignoni for you. Brembo brakes in the front, Brembo's in the back, Öhlins rear shock, Öhlins front forks on this one. I haven't ridden the standard one, so I don't know what the difference is. I'd probably take these reflectors off because I've never liked them. Just clean up the whole look. The mirrors aren't actually bad. I've heard about Ducati mirrors being pretty shit, but these ones work quite well. They're not the best mirrors I've ever used, but I think they're actually better than mine, as far as these can go. They do fold, I'm sure. Don't want to try it. I've never had good luck with that. Clutch engages quite early, so from about here, where I'm used to engaging right at the top. Easy to get your power mode set up. You've got your lights, hazards, all your basics here. There's your starter. Radial pistons, which are nice. It's a cable clutch, but doesn't bother me. I've never really preferred hydraulic to cable even. The engine heat is definitely something I'm noticing, and I'm feeling it right about here. There's quite a lot of heat coming onto my legs, which isn't the most comfortable. How's it? Yeah. I'm doing a video. It's recording, right? Yep. Okay. Time to go home. I say home, I'm going back to Ducati now. There we go. Ducati power. That is ridiculous. Hey guys, sorry I got cut off there. This gentleman decided to have a conversation with me, just telling me his life story, how he's actually stopped working to write a book. It's been his passion for a while, so, you know, Cape Town, people are friendly. Guys, I think this Ducati might be my next bike. I don't know. The resale value apparently sticks on these. Look, insurance might be a bit more. There's a lot of things for me to consider if I'm going to be buying a Ducati, but it definitely has all of the advantages I'm looking for. Looks, feel, comfort is not bad at all. I think it's just around town, so maybe this would be my weekend bike, and then I'd have my Honda as my commuter bike. That's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind doing that. But this Ducati definitely likes to stretch its legs. I don't think it's a great commuter personally. I'm doing second and 40 km an hour on my bike. I would have probably been in 4th or 5th by now. And that's an inline 4, but it's a little bit jerky at the bottom. Doesn't like it, which is fine. It's more of a comfortable, you know, longish distance commuter. Not around town. I wouldn't use this as, if you're only going to commute around town, get yourself a new bike. You know? So if I didn't get anything in the run around, I'm sorry. Feel free to drop comments down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer as many comments as I can. Any kind of questions you have about the Supersport. Obviously there's a lot I didn't tell you that I could feel and remember. It's just I'm on a time constraint. I don't know the area and I don't want to push my luck, you know. This is my first time interacting with Ducati Cape Town, and I want it to be a good one. So thanks again, Ducati Cape Town. That's where I got the bike from. I'll be going to the dealership now, so you'll be able to see where it is. I think the quick shifter and blipper on this bike are the best I've ever felt, and that's coming from the BMW, which has a damn good one. The torque comes on very suddenly, but in a very manageable way, if that makes sense. Like, you know it's coming and you have the time to react. There's a speed camera here, so everyone's going to be going the speed limit in a sec. Guys, I'm in love with this Ducati. It has a charm on me. Now my wrists are a bit sore, my butt is a bit sweaty, my thighs are hot, and my butt's not even that comfortable. But I'm in love. See, when the 2015 S1000R had problems, I was like, I don't know if I can forgive it. But when a Ducati does it, it's okay. It's totally double standards, but it's okay. But I am riding with my legs wide apart, and I probably look like an idiot because it is hot. This bike is fantastic. I love it. It's got character, it's got flaws, but I still love it regardless. I've been AiroRider, you've been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Ride safe. Here's a final look of her. Gonna get a picture before I leave. See you in the next one.